Hey, what's up guys? Frank here with another video, and today I wanted to make a video to talk about trademarks and everything that you need to know related to print on demand, e-commerce, and Amazon merch. And so copyrights and trademarks are very important topics if you want to keep your account safe. And so if right now you're struggling with Amazon merch rejections or on other platforms, print on demand platforms, then this video might be for you. But in this video, I'm going to talk more specifically about Amazon merch because Amazon merch enforce very strictly the trademarks and copyrights, and it is also your most valuable account. And so it is very important to keep your merch by Amazon safe so that you're not losing your account and you don't want your account to get terminated, okay? I'm going to talk more specifically about Amazon merch, but in actuality, you can apply these things to anything related to e commerce, print on demand, and other businesses. And if along the way you forget some things about trademarks, I created a blog post about trademarks that you can always come back to remember something. And I made it so that I made a list of all the trademark classes and their impact related to e-commerce, print on demand, and also merch by Amazon. Okay, so you can always use this tool right here. So let's go right in. So the first thing that we have to define is what is a trademark. Trademarks are basically special characters or special names or special logos or symbols that a business can register in order to legally own and protect that thing, okay? And so if we take, for example, Amazon is basically a big, massive company that has a bunch of trademarks, okay? And Amazon itself, the name Amazon, is a trademark, okay? You cannot use Amazon and put it on a t shirt if it's the reference to the company. And it's the same thing for the logo because it is Amazon that owns the Amazon logo, okay? And so because of that, you cannot use Amazon in your design and you cannot use the logo of Amazon in your design because you don't own these things. And it is the same thing with Google, okay? Google is a trademark. The name Google is a trademark. And everything that is related to Google, for example, the logos or the different logos or different things that Google own, well, you cannot use these things in your design because those are trademarks. It is Google that owns these things. And this is where tools like Podly that includes some trademark search are so very handy because you can search some terms and phrases and text that could potentially be forbidden in some sort of design. And if we search for Amazon in the trademark search, we will see that Amazon basically has trademarks for a bunch of terms. And so, for example, Amazon has a trademark for Amazon Data Zone, Amazon Titan, Amazon Music, Amazon Freebie, Amazon Basics, and you see Amazon is right here. And because of that, you cannot really use these terms in some sort of design because if you use these terms that Amazon own, then you're infringing these trademarks because Amazon is protecting these trademarks because they own them and not you. And it is the same thing with Google. If we search for Google, we will see that Google has a bunch of trademarks as well. Google LLC, and as you can see, Google Wallet, Google Tensor, Google Workspace, those are all things that Google trademarked and that we cannot use them in our design because we don't own these things and Google protect these things. There are also different information that we can see in these tools, and the status means that the trademarks is currently active and that we cannot infringe that trademark, okay? But in other cases, we could see filed. File basically means that the trademark is trying to be applied, and so someone filed for the trademarks and is on the way to maybe going to be registered, and some other trademarks are ended, which means that they're no longer active, and so we don't really care about the ended and we don't really care about the filed. I mean, we could potentially care about them, but not as of right now. And the expired, we don't care as well about them. So that's the status. The next information that is quite important is the office. And the office is basically the marketplace or the country where the trademark is active. Okay. And so if, for example, you're filing for a trademark in the United States, then your trademark will most likely be only we will only be active in the United States, but not necessarily all around the world. Okay. And so there are different offices, which basically means that these offices in these countries have different trademarks registration. But if we come back to companies like Google and Amazon, they're so massive that they're protecting their trademarks all around the world, obviously. Okay. And so not everybody is trademarking their trademark all around the world in all the offices. But in these cases, I just wanted to show you that these companies, Google and Amazon, their trademark are all around the world because they're so massive and so popular. And the next information that is really important is the class. And trademark classes are basically a way to categorize different trademarks depending on the nature of the product or the service. Okay. And this is where my website becomes really useful, because I basically here showed all the different classes and all the different products that exist, so that you're able to see which classes are actually valuable for what you're doing right now. So it could be Amazon merch, it could be e-commerce, it could be anything that you're currently selling. Okay. And so, for example, here I highlighted the most important thing for print on demand in yellow. And so, for example, the trademark 2 means that the product are related to some sort of paintings, printings, and wall art. And so, for print on demand, this could be relevant. And there's also the class 9, which basically includes anything related to electric things, scientific things. And in these cases, for print on demand, it's very relevant because anything related to phone cases, pop socket, and mobile accessories are included in this category, in this class. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of them, but the most important one in print on demand and Amazon merch is obviously everything related to clothing and t-shirt. Okay, and so the class 25, the trademark class 25, is probably the most important that you should know. Okay, but if you want to learn more about these, then you can go on my website and just take a look. But if we come back here, we can see that the trademarks have different classes, because all of these trademarks are related to different classes, different products in different offices. So let's take a less obvious example here, okay? Because Google and Amazon are quite obvious. Let's take, for example, I know that Let It Snow is trademark because I've tried making design about it. Okay, so Let It Snow has two trademarks. Okay, registered. So let's filter them. And basically, Let It Snow has two different registration we have to be careful for. Okay, and the first registration is related to the class 12 and 24. Okay, and so if we go see, 12 is related to some sort of vehicles, land, air, or water, so it's not really relevant to print on demand. And we also said 24 24 is textile, fabrics, and bed covers. It could be relevant to bed sheets, towels, and tablecloths. So that could be an important one if we're selling in the class 24. Okay. So the idea here is that for print on demand, we would not be able to sell bed sheets, towels, and tablecloths with the name Let It Snow in this office. Okay, so DE office is basically the German office, so we were not able to sell these things in the German office. And if we take this other example, this other registration, then Let It Snow, we can see that it is registered in the class 25 in GB, which is basically the United Kingdom. Okay, so 25, we said just earlier that it is the most important one related to clothing. So it means that we're not able to sell clothing in the United Kingdom marketplace with clothing with this name Let It Snow. Okay. And so, for example, if we come back to Amazon merch, and let's say, for example, that I have a design here, okay? I have a design, Let It Snow for this example, then it means that yes, I could upload it, but since I cannot upload it on clothing in the United Kingdom, I would need to make sure that nothing in the United Kingdom is actually checked in, okay? And so I could sell pop sockets, and I could sell mobile cases, I could sell tote bag, and I could sell throw pillows, but I could not be able to sell clothing. So in this case, I could not sell clothing in the United Kingdom. And so let's take another not so obvious example, okay? So I have another design here related to Christmas, which basically says most likely to shake the presents, okay? So let's do a trademark search. Okay, so I just made the search, but as you can see here, there are no registration, okay? But the trademark search only works for the whole phrase in this case, okay? And so if the phrase is very long, what I would recommend is to actually go into your merch Amazon and just put your phrase here so that you're able to search using the words. Okay, and as you can see here, by searching the trademark using word by word, you can see that it has trademarks, because here it only searched for the whole term, but inside these terms we could have different trademarks. And if, for example, we search for most likely to, this one, most likely to, has trademarks, and it has trademarks to the mobile phone, which we said earlier that 9 is mobile phone. It also has trademarks related to 28, which could be relevant to puzzles, toys, and games and sporting goods. It also has a trademark for 35, which is a service, which is not really relevant to our case, and 42, which is not really relevant to our case. Okay, and so if I was to upload on Amazon a design like this with most likely to shake the present, I would need to be careful to make sure that most likely to, which is a sub part of your phrase, I would have to make sure that this is also appliant. Okay, I need to make sure that I follow the trademarks. And so in this case, if I was to upload this design here, okay, what I would do is that, yes, I could upload it, but I would need to make sure that it follows the trademark. Okay, so I cannot use it on the United Kingdom for the mobile accessories, and I cannot use it on mobile accessories for the European market. And so what this means is that I could basically put this design on all the clothing, okay? But then when it comes to mobile accessories, I need to watch out. Okay, I can also put it on pillows and tote bag, but everything related to mobile accessories, I cannot use it on the United Kingdom and the European market. Okay, so this means that I could put it on the .com, and I could probably put it on the Japanese market, and then everything related to the Europe, I would not touch it. Okay, so that's what it means. And so in the end, if you're uploading designs on Amazon merch, everything related to clothing, okay, all these t-shirts, this tank top, these shirts as well, these long sleeve shirts and these hoodies are all in the class 25. You have to make sure that you can upload it on the class 25, okay? And then if you want to upload the product on the class 9 on these mobile accessories, the pop socket and the phone cases, you have to make sure that you can upload it on the class 9. And then the tote bag here, the tote bag, I think it is the tote bag is the class 18. So this is the class 18, and then the pillow is the class 20. So you have to make sure that the design that you're uploading, you can upload it on the right class with the right marketplaces. And so I hope that this video was helpful to you. And again, if you want to remember the different products and the different classes, then you can go on my website. And I hope that this video was helpful to you. And let me know if you have any question, okay? Peace.